What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now, seeing as it is Monday and I do my challenges over the weekend and my weekend league and everything else, you're going to see me running this nice French squad. And as you can see, we're running it as a 4-2-4. And what a squad this is. So we used this in the One Nation Frenzy with the complete French bench as well. So that was pretty good. So the first half of these gameplay clips you're going to see is the One Nation Frenzy, and we did it in under an hour, which was pretty cool. And we also only lost once, which was pretty cool. And I do show that in the game clips as well, the game that I lost, just to show you guys that I do lose. And then we move on to our rivals, and obviously we use the best possible team I have for the rivals, and it is this team you see in front of you. We have a few new additions, so we now have Carl Walker at centre back. We have the upgraded DePaul. Don't know if I showed that I got Vieira, to name a few, and the bench is insane as well. We've got the upgraded Dani Olmo. We have Roberto Carlos. Yeah, we're rocking it this year. This FIFA or this FC cycle has been incredible to me. Compared to like the last 15 years of playing, this has been my best so far. And obviously we took Davos Suker. I don't know where he come from. He's on my bench, I think. Or he's there. That's why I thought about him. We took Puskas over anybody else, and we took Gerrard as well. I think I did mention that in the last video. You're going to see why I have a red. You're going to see why I got Garnacho sent off in the gameplay clips, which was pretty freaking stupid. But anyway, the 4-2-4 that we're rocking is insane. I'm not saying it just for effect. I'm saying it is incredible. We've used it now through so many games. It is so good against the press. It is so good against the constant press. Now, if you're fed up of coming up against teams that use the constant press against you, this is the formation and this is the setup for you. I promise you that now. You're going to see one of the gameplay clips that you're going to see. Count how many passes I have. My opponent doesn't touch the ball from my defense to my attack, and it was so good. It was so satisfying to get that goal, and the way it played out as well was incredible. So this is the system we use for that. And bearing in mind, I'm quite high up in Elite Rivals, so bear that in mind when you set this up. So we use balance 47, 71. We use the 71 for the aggression and the step up on the centre backs. Balance, direct passing, 47 width, 7 players in the box, corners and free kicks. We use 7 players in the box because we want those late runners into the box, purely because it can kind of mess with the AI setup of your opponent's team. So that's why we do it that way. Please stay for the gameplay clips. Honestly, you're going to look at it and think, yeah, that's how I want to play my football. You're going to look at it and think, wow, that beats the constant press. Honestly, watch the gameplay clips. You will see what I'm talking about in the One Nation Frenzy, and also in the in Foot Champs, and also in Rivals as well. And then at the end of the video, as always, we'll come back and we'll do the instructions. So we'll start off with the French team, the all French team, including the bench, and we'll do the One Nation Frenzy because that is what we did first with this formation. And you will see here, it's a bit weird that my opponent kind of misread the ball and Trezeguet gets the goal, but it is what it is. So yeah, we lost once, and I will include that in the game clip, so keep watching for that. But you'll see, against the constant press, against the here like 2v2, boom, easy goal. Yeah, and you'll see that what is so good about this setup and the way this works is you have the aggression, you have the step up from the centre backs, you have how quickly the team from centre backs to forwards push up the field so quickly as well. The late runners, which messes up the computer's AI defending as well, which is pretty good. I like the fact that we can mess up the AI defending, because I have recently come up against people that just not put their controller down, but they kind of let the AI do a lot of the defending. And if you've got your setup right, like in squad battles, for example, you can really see, like, what a cheap red card to give away. But yeah, you can kind of see in squad battles when you play against the computer how well somebody has their tactics set up, because you might find it a little bit more difficult than normal to score against the AI. So yeah, it does make a massive difference. And here, this was a weird goal as well, this one, but I will take any goal that EA want to give me. You know, especially when you're a man down and you go ahead and win like that. But the beauty of this is what you'll find is when you play game modes, especially friendlies like One Nation friendlies that are slightly longer games than say your Rivals or your FUT Champs, you'll find people just hit that constant press tactic and hope for the best. They hope to get as many goals against you as possible, to then hopefully making you quit so they can get it, done and finished pretty quickly. We did this in about an hour, and again here you can see that we're not using constant press. We're using balance. If you've watched the start of the video and you'll see the tactics, we're not using press after possession loss or constant press or anything. It does it naturally with the 71 depth, and also when you use like aggressive interceptions and step up and things. So it does it naturally without compromising positioning and having players in and out out of position. You'll find that when players are out of position, that is when you start conceding goals. You can see here, for example, nice first touch. Literally took his whole back line out, and we get the goal, 2-1. And that is what it's all about. And again here, we're a 2v2. Really cheap penalty to give away from him, but we'll take it. And again, I don't often show my losses, but on this occasion I'm going to show my loss purely because it's the only one we had in One Nation Frenzy, and it was on penalties. So again, stay tuned for that in a few seconds. But I've said it before, when you've got the right setup, again, what a pass, a nice little pass. Those little passes there make it all worthwhile. But I've said it in previous videos, and I'll repeat it again. A lot of people go 1-0 down, 2-0 down in this type of scenario and quit. You don't need to quit. You're gonna come back. The game will allow you to come back. And here, for example, we've gone from 3-2 to 3-3. Then we go to penalties. It's a bit of a shit. My fault. I was getting a little bit agitated and didn't really pay attention to that one. And we lost on penalties. But it's a given. You're gonna lose. You're gonna win. It happens in this game. I'm not going to sit there and lie to anybody and say I go 200-0. I don't. I do lose. I do lose quite heavy at times as well. I can't deny that. But these formations and these setups do allow for a few mistakes, but they also allow you to come back. And again, you'll see certain scenarios where, like here, for example, my opponent is constant press. And I'm not overly committed. I lose the ball stupidly, but we win it back because the midfielder is already committed and is already up the field. And then we get like there is just crazy. Bearing in mind we're in Rivals now, and I think here, for example, is a good way of judging how this works. You can see that he's constant press. He's man marking me. We're playing it out from the back. I'm not rushing. I'm not overly worried. And then look at this. This is probably the perfect bit of gameplay I can show you guys. That for me makes it all worthwhile. That is more enjoyable than winning a game 2-3, 4-0. Those passing, especially when you're playing against those constant press teams. And again, we get a red card with Garnacho. Again, at the start you will see he had the red card against his name. This is the reason why. And from that we concede. It's 2-1, and we're playing majority of the game with 10 men. But again, I'm not going to sit there and quit. Even if I was to get another goal conceded, I'm not going to quit because I know my formations and my setup is good. And I know it is good against the constant press. And if you look at your radar, you will see that it's man marking, and that's when you know somebody's constant pressing you. And again here, we're 2-1 up. Nice little bit of passing, a bit of skill in the box. If we go 3-1 up. Here, I'm thinking, maybe my opponent's going to quit on me. Maybe he's thinking it's not going to happen. But this corner kick routine here, it gets us another goal. We go 4-2. We go on to win the game. And that is what it's all about. So these are all examples of constant press teams, and this guy or this opponent is no exception. You can see by the way his players are reacting all over the pitch, the amount of space he leaves in between the lines. You can see, and that late runner, as I've said before, is always invaluable, and that goal there is very typical of this formation. You will see it a few more times. My opponent again got himself a red card. But you can see he has no fullbacks. His defence is pretty much non-existent. He's all out attack. He's constant press. And if you're not used to playing against the constant press, there's a late runner again, it can catch you out. And believe me, it does catch me out. Very close in this game. There's a couple of times where he comes close to equalising, but that gap right there that we explore, we exploit, gets us that goal, gets us that 3-1 win, and ultimately that's what you want. Yeah, it's a little bit different to previous ones, and obviously we're on a new patch as well, so we're on patch 17. And although they say things haven't changed, it has changed. There's certain discrepancies going on, there's certain weird things going on. And not only that, I don't know if you guys have ever had that player not found where the card animation isn't there or the picture on the card isn't there. Post patch 17 actually messed. I think my download got corrupted, so I had to delete the game and reinstall it, and it fixed that. So that was pretty good. So anyway, this is what we've got. We've got the 4-2-4, and this is how mine is set up. Stay back while attacking. Aggressive interceptions, overlap, step up. The two centre backs are on step up. The right-sided right back, the right back, I don't know what I'm even talking about there, idiot. Stay back while attacking, overlap, normal interceptions, and step up. Now, the reason I have my left back on aggression is I look at stamina, and stamina plays a big part in this game. Well, it's supposed to anyway. So if you have your whole team on aggressive interceptions, you will lose your stamina so much quicker. I mean, literally, you'll get to like the 55th minute and your players will be dead. They won't even run anymore. It works that way. So I look at my players that have the stamina play style or the best stamina. Capdevere is insane. So I have him on aggression. Aggressive interceptions because he can do the job and not lose stamina. Whereas Trent, for me, is a different story. So that's why I have him on normal. And then obviously your holding midfielder, stay back while attacking, cover centre. Your more box to box player, you just have on cover centre. Your left wing, balanced, cut inside, getting behind, getting the box for crosses. Same with your right wing, cut inside, getting behind, getting the box for crosses. Again, they're your back post headers, things like that, and they're also your late runners into the box, along with your CM is your late runner into the box too. Your two strikers stay central, getting behind. That is it. If their work rates allow, they will come and help out the midfield. But you'll see on the game clips, we don't really need that type of situation, so we can get away with it, and that's how we have this set up. So yeah, it is a different 4-2-4 than what I've done previously. I don't know if anybody else is running it the same as me. I haven't looked. If they have, I haven't looked. Yeah, it is what it is. So anyway, hit that like button if you like what you see. Subscribe if you haven't already. That would make a massive difference if you can hit that subscribe button and share this with your friends. And yeah, drop it in the comments below and let me know how you get on with this 4-2-4, especially against the constant press. I'd love feedback on that. And again, both gen works wonders. So until next time, everybody take care and look after themselves.